All right, so today I am joined by Prince Joshua, social media influencer, TV personality, go-go dancer, fashionista, everything all and above. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And now we could add a recording artist to your resume because you just recently released your debut single, Tease.
Yes,
Congratulations
sir.
on that.
What was
Congratulations,
that?
congratulations on that.
Thank you. I was so excited, honestly. It was something I never really thought I was going to do. I've never really liked my voice. I honestly don't. And I never thought I would be, an artist in that type of way.
Mhm.
But one of my kind of opened that door for me and pushed me into it. And now I just ran with it and I'm having so much fun. And that's what it really is. It's just me having fun. I'm not taking it too seriously. I'm not trying to think of myself as the next Ariana Grande or whatever, but
Mhm.
I'm just having fun. I'm just like
Yeah.
making the most of it, enjoying my time, putting, all my different passions from fashion to dancing to music all into one now.
That's awesome. I love it. So, can you talk a little bit more about how the concept and inspiration behind both the track and music video came to be?
Yeah, so I'm just known for my royal aesthetic, for the Prince vibes. And so I wanted to do something that, obviously emulated all of that, as well as incorporated a fun, really upbeat hip hop beat. And that's the kind of music I love to dance to when I'm go-go dancing, when I'm in the bar, etc. So I wanted to create something that I could also get the crowd hyped up with and also want to dance because that's just like what I love to do. I love to give energy to the crowd when I'm dancing. And so I kind of put together I found the beat and then I started writing my lyrics and I just started putting in different, just shock value type lyrics that are fun and kind of like show my personality because as a dancer, as an entertainer, as a go-go boy, I am a tease and that's what I get paid to do. I get paid to have people lust over me, have people, be entertained by me and turned on by me, and that's it. And then I go home.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, and you've been in like other music videos such as Trinity the Tuts Femboys and Selena STD's Boots and Pappy or Poppy.
yep.
So did that kind of help you with royalties a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So being in those types of settings, I really got to see how the production went and be part of that. And so I really got to understand what all goes into creating a video.
Yeah.
So I was actually my first entry into music was in June. My friend Tokyo, he dropped the song Coochie and
Mhm.
he asked me to be part of it. And so I put a verse in there and we made a music video. So that also kind of, opened my eyes to how all of this process works.
Nice.
So with all of that experience and with, me putting a verse on his song Coochie and us making a video and performing at Heart and at Beaches and at the lab,
Mhm.
at that point I was like, okay, I can do this on my own too. So I got the different people from lighting to video to photography. I rounded up some friends, some sexy guys that wanted to be part of it. And then I wrote out a storyboard. I created the entire thing, a shot list, everything. I did it. I used to take video classes in high school and in middle school. So I kind of took every little thing from photo shoots to those video classes to being in other people's music videos and use all of that knowledge so that
Mhm.
I could create my own.
Awesome. Very nice. And Royalties also features rapper and performing artist Big Dream. Is that correct?
Yes, I was so happy to have Dream part of it. This is also his debut. He just released
Okay.
his first single, Balenci Baddie,
Okay.
and it's fire. The music video is fire, everything. And so I asked him to be part of this song, and then we decided let's debut our songs right before Pride, and
Nice.
then let's perform them at Pride. And we got the opportunity. We both danced for the Summer Tramp stage, which
Yeah.
is one of the big stages as part of the WeHo Pride OutLoud Festival.
Hmm.
So we actually got the opportunity to not only dance, but to perform our songs on that stage. And then later that night, also perform at the beaches, Kuntz parking lot, extended patio,
Hmm.
Pride stage. And then he also performed it at Heart.
Nice.
So, so we had a full weekend of
Sounds like
music,
it.
performing and dancing after releasing our songs. So it's really exciting that, you know, we can have a space for queer artists to showcase our music and our talent
For sure.
and be accepted and, you know, just be welcomed. It was so amazing at beaches seeing the crowd go up for us and seeing them all just dance and vibe. It was shoulder to shoulder packed completely all the way throughout. Like there was no room for, you know, any space. It was just
Yeah.
so fun to see them go up for us and support us, because we don't have many queer or gay artists in the scene, and the ones that we do have that are successful are very few, very limited, and they're also very, I feel like, censored.
Okay.
And something I feel like with Tokyo, with Dream, with me, is that we're starting to break that barrier and really just give you raw and unfiltered lyrics of
Mm.
just queer expression.
Yeah, definitely. And is that what you ultimately hope audiences will take away from royalties?
I just want them to have fun, really. That's all I want. I want to create music for people to have fun, to dance to. It's not that serious. It's not, you know, it's just something to enjoy and
Yeah.
live in the moment. So I really do want, you know, I want people to be able to express themselves without feeling the need to cater to society in the ways that they expect. And
Yeah.
I think royalties very much breaks down those barriers and just allows us to be raw and unfiltered the way that our community should be.
For sure, I agree. So, will royalties be a standalone single, or will it be included in a larger body of work?
I'm still kind of trying to decide. I'm thinking of putting it on an EP
Okay.
as part of a full project,
Mm.
but I wanna release a couple more singles, a couple more music videos
Okay.
before I release a full EP of, like, you know, 5 or 7 songs.
Mhm.
So I'm already working on my next ones. I'm already recording new ones. So there's definitely more in store. So I think royalties will definitely be part of that EP whenever I decide to fully release like a full track list.
Okay, awesome. And who would you say are some of your biggest musical influences?
Top of the bar, Nicki Minaj, 100%. I've been writing her ever since I heard hip hop.
Mhm.
I grew up very sheltered, very Christian, and in middle school, I was introduced to music that's not Christian music and not, you know, like very wholesome songs. So as soon as I got that alternative, you know, secular music, I was shocked. I didn't know that people did that. And so I remember I heard Bottoms Up and it was Nicki Minaj's verse, and could not believe it. And so ever since then, I really started falling in love with hip hop. I love artists like Doja Cat. I love Lil Nas. Um, so it's like having those types of influences is big for me, because they really do the same thing that I'm trying to do. Is they break down those barriers. They say things, they do things that are unfiltered and that will shock audiences, but also they're being very truthful and they're being just very like real with it. They're not trying to cater to society and what they want. They're actually, you know, just creating what art they want to
Yeah.
create.
Mhm.
And whoever rides with them rides with them. And if you don't, then you don't. The
Yeah.
girls that get
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So, when did you realize that you wanted to pursue a career in entertainment?
I've always wanted to. From being a child, I was on stage in church plays. I, you know, was always doing something in front of people because I loved it. I have 3 older sisters, and then we adopted my younger sister. So I've always had lots of people to kind of be in competition with when it comes to attention. So I think that's part of why I love to entertain, is because it fuels that for me. It gives me that.
Mhm.
I did cheerleading, I did gymnastics. I just always loved to be in front of a crowd. I did plays in school as well. And so when I started dating this go-go boy when I was 20, and I was like, I want to do that. Like, I love that that's what you do. Like, I want to do that. And he introduced me to the right people, and I started dancing, and I was welcomed with open arms into the community. And then ever since then, it's been 6 years, and I'm still dancing,
Yeah.
entertaining. And I think I'm just like taking it to the next level. It started as just like, go dancing at a bar on Wednesday nights,
Mhm.
to being on stage at Pride, performing my own song,
Yeah.
dancing, being on stage with artists like Kim Petras and Ava Max, Demi Lovato, Kesha. I've, got the opportunity to be part of so many really cool events here in LA.
Yeah.
I've only lived here for 2 going on 3 years. So I've just always wanted to be an entertainer. I've always loved to entertain people. So I think that's just something you're born with.
Wonder what? Yeah, I would agree, definitely. And then you became a TV personality, and you could be seen in OUTtvs for the Love of DILFs and Iconic Justice. What
Yep.
did you gain by being involved with those shows?
I think that being involved with For the Love of DILFs taught me, one, how to be vulnerable to my followers, as well as to audiences in general, because I'm very private about lots of things, and so I only like to curate my feed to be this beautiful Prince Joshua, and I
Mhm.
never really show that vulnerable side. So I think it really allowed me to do that, and it showed me how I can present myself, and how I can like just allow people to see me for me, rather than the image that I've created, because I'm not that serious. I'm not this like stuck up pretty boy who is like, in this fairy tale land. Like, yes, I live in my fairy tale land, but
Mhm.
I'm goofy and I'm funny, and I love hard and I love passionately. And you could definitely see that in For the Love of DILFs. You'll see that, my heart is not something that I take lightly. And so it's just one of those things that, like, I don't realize I do, but I definitely put up this front on social media. So it's really cool that with those shows, I kind of get to show like the other side of me, that
Yeah.
it's not that serious. Like, I'm a fun guy, I'm goofy, but I also, I have a big heart.
Yeah, definitely. Why do you think that is a common trend among social media influencers? Why do you think it's so hard to open up and be vulnerable?
I think it's because the way that people think that they know who you are,
Mhm.
it's really hard. People think they already know you when they meet you, or they have this perceived idea of what they think you are.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard to, in person, to like see that, because they think of you as something that you're not, and then it's like a shock for them, because they think they know who you are, and then they actually don't. And
Mhm.
so it's a weird dynamic, but I think it's just hard for some influencers to really let down those boundaries, because we want to provide the content that's going to do well, and most of the time it's not going to be us being vulnerable. It's
Yeah.
going to be thirst traps, or entertainment, dancing, etc. So in my head, it's like, why would I post something being vulnerable, or sharing something like that, when it's most likely not going to get the same engagement as a photo of me shirtless, or dancing, etc. So it's kind of like what our audience wants from us.
Yeah.
Even if they want that vulnerability, they don't engage with it the same way. So it's hard for us to want to give that kind of content,
I get that.
unless that's what the platform's about. But for the most part, a lot of entertainers, that's not what our platforms are about. So that's something I've been struggling with lately, is that whole side of things, because I do want people to see me and my personality,
Mhm.
not this curated vision of what they think I am.
Yeah.
Um, which I think reality TV really helps, you know, get that side of us because it's just living in the moment with cameras in front of us rather than me setting up my phone trying to give you a raw, unfiltered moment when it's planned. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure, definitely. And what was it like spending some time with Stormy Daniels?
Oh my God, Stormy is such a fun time. She always has so many funny jokes, like puns, everything. Like it was incredible. It's really cool to see that like she rides with our community so hard and she's just like she's not gonna let anyone stop her from telling her truth. And I love that. I love what she's done with her platform. I love what she's continuously doing to better our country, honestly, like by
Yeah.
everything she's been doing lately.
Definitely, for sure. Because I interviewed her for the Love of DILFs during the press junket. And so like, I never thought I would have the opportunity to interview the Stormy Daniels, and I just
Yeah,
love, like you said, how she just rides with our community and how she is just so open and she's such an ally for us. And she even talked about all the guys in for the Love of DILFs being vulnerable. And so yeah, I'm so glad to really see that and that you got to really connect with her on that. And
definitely.
yeah, and so my next question is, where did Prince Joshua come from? Where did you adopt that name from?
Instagram came out in while I was in high school. So
Okay.
I was like figuring out like, okay, like Kardashians were on TV and I was in my cheerleading phase and I was just trying to think like what is it that I'm going to brand myself because even back then I had this understanding of branding and of having an aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I was really trying to figure out like what was that for me and I love fairy tales. I love all things Disney. Disney was one of the only things I was allowed to watch that was, you know, not like Veggie Tales or
Yeah.
Christian related. So it was my like my world to be able to have something fantasy. And so I decided Prince Joshua would be my name because I love Disney princes. I wanted to be a prince so bad and I want my own prince to like fall in love with. So I was like, I'm just going to brand myself that way. And I was 17. I went and got a tattoo on my ass of a crown. And I did it without my parents' permission. I knew this guy who tattooed, so I was able to get it done. And I kind of just like built everything from there. Like everyone just started to know me as Prince Joshua. He has the crown on his ass. And from there, I just started like continuously building that brand. I started only wearing and buying things that were black and gold. I started getting more tattoos that kind of emulated a Prince aesthetic. Um, and I really just ran with it. And now it's full, my whole life. Everything is black and gold that I do from outfits to my bedding, the chair I'm sitting
Even your
on.
decor like is black and gold. Yeah.
Yeah, my car, like I even got crowns in my room. It's just now it's like part of my brand. And once you figure out your aesthetic, you just roll with it and you keep it because it's really strong when you have that presence.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm dancing and sometimes when we're dancing, they want us to wear specific pairs of underwear because it's sponsored.
Yeah.
And anytime it's like a black and gold theme or whatever, everyone's like, "Oh, we're wearing your colors today." Like it's just funny because that's what I'm known for now. Like
Yeah.
they know I'm gonna have gold jewelry. They know I'm gonna show up with a gold glitter beard during Pride or any of that sort. So I feel like when you understand and have your own brand presence, you can really build that like following to understand like you as a brand versus just a person.
For sure, definitely. And what do you perform at primarily these days?
I'm honestly all over the place. I dance at Revolver, I dance at beaches, I dance at Motherlode, I dance at Mickey's. I'll
Okay.
be at High Top sometimes. I've done Precinct. I sometimes do private events. So it's really just whoever books me or pays me. I went down to San Diego recently, danced there. I was flown out to Utah and I danced there, which was
Wow.
crazy. think Utah go-go boy, but they do.
I mean, the
Um,
Mormons went a little something something.
exactly. I even did Louisville, Kentucky Pride last year.
Okay, cool,
So,
cool.
I'm really willing to dance and entertain for whoever books me because I love the opportunity to do it, especially to see new places. Like I
Yeah.
started dancing in Phoenix, and then after living there for a few years, I moved here to LA 2 years ago. And yeah, and so it's just been incredible being able to dance in so many different places. I've also performed in Vegas, so it's like there's so many places to do it, and I love the opportunity anytime I get to travel to entertain.
Mhm, for sure, definitely. Well, what are some future goals you hope to accomplish with your career and platform?
I just want to have fun with it. I want to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm just so happy that I can make like this is my life is entertaining. I'm just so happy that that is what I get to do. So I just want to continue to do that and maximize it and be able to perform at other big venues, big pride events. And I can't wait to start getting booked for performing my music and
Definitely.
sharing more of my music because I love dancing and I love entertaining and I would love to take, my normal booking as a go-go boy to the next level and start, being booked as a artist to perform my music so I
Mhm,
can incorporate dancing and my song for, my community.
mhm, definitely. Awesome. All right, Prince Joshua. Well, how can one stay up to date with you the best?
The best way I'm most active on Instagram at the Prince Joshua. And then you could, follow me on my YouTube, the Prince Joshua Official. That's where you're going to see more music videos. And you can see my current music video for royalties right now. And any other things you want to look up, theprincejoshua.com, you'll find it all.
Okay, perfect. Then before we wrap up, are there any other upcoming projects or anything else you would like to mention or plug at this time?
Um, right now I'm just working on my next project. So as soon as I have that ready, I'll be sharing it all over my socials.
All right, fantastic.